you what you'll like, because I'm going to tell you what's happened. The number 6 pick for the Washington Wizards is Tre Johnson, one of the best scorers in this draft out of Texas. Personally, one of my favorite guards to watch this past season in college basketball. I'll start with you, King, because I know you love his game. How do you love this fit, Tre Johnson going to Washington?
Well, first off, Dallas, Texas, stand up.
Yeah.
This young man, Dallas, Texas kid, been knowing him since he was about 14, 15 years old. So to see this moment is really, really cool. But when you look at his game last year, the guards that surrounded him, I'm not going to name their names, but the guards that surrounded him in the backcourt at Texas, they weren't great. So he had to do a lot. And as a result of that, he had to settle for a lot of tough jumpers. He had to settle for a lot of mid-ranges, a lot of tough off-dribble threes. Now, I think that this kid, right, pound for pound, might be one of the best scorers in the whole draft. However, it looked difficult. It looked tough last year, especially going up against SEC athletes. That's why he would have games where he'd score 22, but take about 25, 26 shots. It was a struggle at times, but pure shooter, catch and shoot role, being able to learn from guys like Chris Middleton, CJ McCollum, how to get buckets in the league. I think this is a beautiful fit, and a beautiful fit for him strictly because of development. Who better to learn from than these two guys, as I talked about earlier. But I love this pick for Tre Johnson.
I mean, he was my top player available. I think he's the number 1 shooter in the draft, King.
Yeah.
I mean, 6'5" bucket getter. I mean, talking about the tough shots he had to take, but he did make a lot of them.
He did.
40.8% on catch and shoot threes, over 50% on off-screen three-pointers, 38.4% of dribble jumper threes. This is the best overall shooter in the draft class. The dude's a bucket getter, and on top of that, he can make a little too. Like you said, he had to score for Texas. Just the nature of the team last year. Their coach got fired for a reason with that system. This was a clunky team. My number 1 concern with Tre Johnson is how much can he get to the basket? He in the half court, only 17% of his shots were at the rim, made only 46% of those layups. That's going to have to be something that develops over the course of time. But yeah, it's a good situation for him with the Wizards. Gets to share the rock. Chris Middleton, CJ McCollum, less pressure on him to create right away. And so I think for the Wizards here, maybe they did have a backup plan here, because Tre Johnson feels like a really good backup plan to me, Vinny.
Yeah.
I like this pick for them, arguably more than Ace Bailey, personally.
Maybe, look, if the Wizards were going to go big fish hunting, then Ace Bailey is your guy. The thing that catches me about Tre Johnson, I'm curious about for you guys, does he need to fill out his body a little bit more? He's long and lanky.
Yeah.
I don't know how much his frame can actually hold. Like, we automatically assume, oh, you get to the league and you get on the weight program, you may gain 15 pounds. You may not. Yeah. Like, can he be able to handle the rigors of playing?
Some scouts have said to me, like, they don't like his hips, like his lower
bad
body.
hips.
Yeah, that's something a number of scouts have said to me.
My biggest concern was his handle. When you talk about he struggled getting to the rim, I think that's primarily due to the fact that he doesn't have a great handle. And that's one thing he's been working on with Tyler Ruff in Dallas. He goes to him. That's been his trainers through this whole pre-draft workout. They've specifically been working on his handle because you have to tighten that up. But he didn't have the self-creation to be able to get by defenders to get to the rim. That's why he had to settle for so many tough shots. But you're right, his frame. Let's go back a little bit, right? Because this may be a little bit before my wheelhouse, right?
Here we go. Here we go.
We Uncle
alert. We got Uncle alert.
Uncle alert. When we talk about this Ray Allen comparison, was his frame when he first came into the league similar to Tre Johnson's?
Similar, but Ray was stronger. Like, you could see Ray had a little more cut. A lot of people remember Ray Allen as the Boston Celtics guy.
Yeah, I'm talking about before that.
Where Ray had bounce.
Yeah.
And I think people think of in the NBA, when you talk to trainers and scouts and coaches, the hardest thing to get is not a jump shot. The hardest thing to get once you get to the league is a handle. If you don't have a handle, it's very, very, there are certain players that I look and I won't name them because it would be embarrassing towards them, but there are certain players I'm like, man, if you would have got a handle, you would have been an excellent ball player. Instead, you are a secondary scorer. Can he be even a secondary scorer at this point if he does not tighten up that handle?
Let's take a break from the basketball chat and let's go a fit check. How do we feel about Tre Johnson's suit?
Oh, I'm feeling it. I'm rocking. I like it.
Is he from Dallas?
Yeah, he's from Dallas.
That makes sense. It tracks.
What you trying to say? Where are you from, Unc?
I'm from Detroit. Motown.
No comment. All right.
I like it.
I like the fit. I mean, the baggy shorts are in. So you mix the baggy shorts with a little bit of professional. It's giving a smart casual. It's giving a streetwear smart type of vibe, right?
Okay.
I'm just glad he don't have one of them shags, mullets that y'all be having in Dallas.
Who rocks a mullet?
People in
Nah,
Dallas all
I've
the
seen
time.
it. I've seen it. Yeah,
Dallas
y'all
all
do
the
a
time.
little airy- what do you call that? Yeah, what is it?
What is it? You know what it is?
It's
little rat tail?
it's like a Dougie almost.
A what?
A Dougie. You
That
ever
sounds
heard
like
of
a
it?
way cooler name for what it looks like. Because if you know what it looks like, it don't look like.
Wait,
it.
you know who rock one? Kenrich Williams.
That's right.
Kenrich. Wait,